Tip, fans, whoever listening, let me tell you all something right now. What Washington is doing with Terry McLaurin, it don't make no sense. None. You got a bona fide roan, a leader, a man who's gone out there every single year and balled out, regardless of who throwing him the football. And now, when it's time to pay him what he's earned, they talking about, we'll see. Man, please, let uns tell you what's really going on here. Now, first off, let's not pretend like we just met Terry McLaurin yesterday. This ain't some flash-in-the-pan wide out. We talking about a third-round pick in 2019 out of the Ohio State University. Yes, sir, them Buckeyes, who came in with no hype, no fanfare, and made instant impact. Year one, boom, rookie sensation. And then every single season after that, like clockwork, 75 catches, 1,000 yards, 4 eaten, touchdowns, and don't forget, multiple QBS every year. Let's name some of them. Taylor Heineke, Carson Wentz, Dwayne Haskins, Ripe, Alex Smith, Kyle Allen, Case Keenum, Sam Howell. Come on now. That man had more QBs than a Netflix documentary, and still put up consistent numbers. Terry didn't cry, didn't pout, didn't throw no tantrums. All he did was show up and show out. Now let's talk about 2024. The first time my man got a legit quarterback throwing him the ball. That boy Jaden Daniels, fresh out of LSU, stepped up and made a name for himself in his rookie year. And guess who his go-to target was? That's right, T-Mac number 17. Career high in touchdowns. 13 trips to the paint. And this wasn't no gimmicky offense either. This was real production. Washington made a surprise run all the way to the NFC Championship game. And Terry was front and center. He had big catches in clutch moments. He was that go-get-it guy. Third and long, Terry. Red zone, Terry. One-on-one, Terry again. So now, the reward for being the reason your rookie QB was comfortable and your team made a playoff run. You get ignored in contract talks. Let's get into the money side. Let's get into the money side. Adam Schefter went on Pat McAfee's show. And you all know Shefty don't just throw stuff out there unless there's some fire behind the smoke. And what did he say? There's no update. Which is the update? And that's the problem. That's like your girl telling you, we need to talk. And then disappearing for 4 days. That ain't good. Now I get it. Negotiations can take time. But when you see other guys, DK Metcalf, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, all commanding $30 million per year, you know what time it is. Terry sees that. His agent sees that. And Washington's rebuttal? But Mike Evans only got $24 million? Listen, Mike Evans is a future Hall of Famer. But that was a hometown discount in Tampa. Different circumstances, different leverage. Stop comparing apples to sweet potatoes. Let me paint the picture for y'all. You got a young QB, rookie deal, championship window wide open. And you trying to tell me now is the time to play hardball with his number one guy? That's just poor roster management. You just traded for Deebo Samuel. And I love Deebo. But he ain't been the same since 2021. 55 catches, 700 yards last year in a loaded San Francisco offense. That ain't Roan numbers. Then you got Noah Brown, Luke McCaffrey, love the McCaffrey family, but come on now. And rookie Jalen Lane. You think that's gonna scare defenses if Terry sit out? You strip McLaurin out that offense. You asking Jaden Daniels to take a major step back. And that ain't fair to the young fella. Terry ain't just productive. He's versatile. He can line up outside or in the slot. He runs precise routes. He blocks. He's one of the best contested catch receivers in the entire league. You throw it up. He's coming down with it. especially on third down. He's also been the face of that locker room for 5 years. A true captain. A guy rookies follow. A pro's pro. You lose a guy like that, you don't just replace that with speed or size. That's intangibles. Leadership. Clutch. DNR. Here's the other part. Terry turning 30 right after the season starts. Now look. 30 ain't what it used to be. Receivers still got juice. But you know what that number does mean. It's time to get that last big contract. He's looking around the league, seeing what guys are making, and he ain't wrong to want 28-30 million per year. That's the going rate for a roan with his resume. Washington better understand something. If you don't pay him, somebody else will. Let's say this thing drags into training camp. Let's say Terry don't show up. What does that look like? Suddenly, the whole offense gets real simple for defenses. Double Debo, blitz Daniels, dare the other receivers to win one-on-one. You forcing your young QB to grow without his top weapon? That's not just risky. That's self-sabotage. Washington can't afford to start slow in 2025. They got expectations now. That defense is elite. Daniels got confident. The NFC East is wide open. You don't want to stumble out the gate just because you didn't handle business in July. Let's look around the league. Shushu, the Dolphins, paid Tyrek. Jiggles paid AJ. Brown, the Bills tried to not pay Stephon Diggs. And now he in Houston. You think the Texans regret giving their star QB all the weapons he needs? Nope. They said, we got CJ Stroud. Now let's feed him playmakers? That's the model. You got a good QB. You invest in his success. Washington got a chance to do that right now. Why blow it over $4 million per year? Let me close it like this. Terry McLaurin ain't asking for anything he hasn't earned. He's been the most reliable dude on your roster for half a decade. He played through chaos, through injuries, through mediocrity, and he never complained. Now that things are finally turning around in Washington, you want to hit pause? No, pay that man. Because if you don't, you ain't just hurting McLaurin. You're hurting Jaden Daniels, you hurting your locker room, you hurting your fan base, and you might just hurt your shot at getting back to the NFC title game. Leans in, adjusts glasses. If Washington lets this man walk, or lets this get ugly, they'll regret it for a long, long time. T-Mac deserves his bag. He earned that. You'll better not fumble this.